What's up, everyone? It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. Just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. So, suit shopping today. I had to hit the mall, man. Get the kids a suit. Give me a suit real quick. Um, anyway, yeah. So don't judge. We keep getting the question often when I think um, a date or time range, time frame when AMC or GME will hit a squeeze. So I guess the best way to answer that is no one knows. Sorry, no one knows. Someone may know, but if they know, I don't know how they know. Basically, oh, thank you for the tip. Appreciate it. Um, basically, you got to look at fundamentals of all these, really. So, fundamentally, GME is in a different place than AMC, right? They're better off, but the argument is a dying business model, which I don't believe it is, but that's what people say. So AMC has more debt, but has a more promising future in business fundamentally. So it really is impossible to have a date, a time. At this point, it's impossible probably to even have a price range where you believe you can sell. So, Gia, what up? What up? So, I guess really you just got to look at certain aspects of this play. The algorithms are running the same, and I believe if there is any sort of control over the situation from whoever would be in control, I believe they'd want them to rip at the same time. Now, should they, based off of business models and whatever else? No, I don't think so. I think it should be, you know, the only thing that these two companies really had in common is during the pandemic, they were saved by retail, and they probably should have went out of business if it wasn't for us, the people, right? So, other than that, like I really, the argument that movie theater business is gone or dead is really just, I don't know, man. It's just it's like a shill argument. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's apparent that you can look at what's happening with the movies, the industry, the theaters, all that shit is eventually coming back. So, and you can see it now. Built one on curve. Hold the curve. So, like I said, it is damn near impossible to know a date. Anyone who gives you dates or says, "Oh, this is going to happen this day," I don't necessarily want to say that they're shills. Maybe they're DD and their chart reading is telling them, "Hey, it's going to happen this day." But it's really impossible to tell. I know there's one YouTuber that has given a date a couple times, and I genuinely believe he just believes that. But the problem with that is when it doesn't squeeze on the specific date or time frame they give, then it makes you look crazy, right? Then people start doubting, well, it's never going to squeeze. It's never going to happen, This type of money that you're dealing with, it could take a long time, and it has taken a long time. Realistically, if you were looking at this from no other view, but you were here for a squeeze play, you would imagine that this play should have been over with in 2021. Instead, it was capped. I believe it is a controlled fake squeeze. And that's just my opinion. I have no factual evidence. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but those are just my thoughts. I think it was capped, thinking that people were going to get out and stay out and like, all right, move along. But what happened is you got so many people, so many eyes on it that are saying, man, that ain't right. AMC should definitely be worth more than 72 at its max peak. End of the day, lower than that. They're looking at GameStop saying GameStop should definitely be worth more than 400 or whatever it capped at. Some people got out and good. I'm glad you got some money. Some people didn't. Some people got trapped. Some people aren't worried about it because they're just buying and holding and they're waiting for the real squeeze. But once you give dates and and stuff like that. It's pretty damn, I don't know. I guess it's almost irresponsible, I guess, to give a date. It's kind of hard because, the other day, yesterday, or whatever, I made my last live. I was like, I have a feeling it's around the corner. But, I shouldn't even say that because you don't know. I don't know. You don't know. I mean, no one really knows. If someone out there knows, then they're probably on the opposite side of us, Um, so, you know, I guess what I could say is I believe it could happen anytime the market's open and available. This could happen at any time. But realistically, I'd have no target dates. The only thing I've ever said is I believe that fundamentally AMC is going to be in a better place than it is now in 2025. So late 2024. And I just feel like that's true. That's just my opinion, though. So everyone's entitled to their own, and everyone has their own, and it is what it is. But, ooh, that iced coffee is not iced no more. I just saw my wife's coffee sitting right here. I was like, you know what? I got sent to the car. I'm done shopping, buying suits for my mom's funeral. Like, we don't go to church. We don't go to church. We've been to a lot of funerals, but I felt like with my mom's, I got to step my game up a little bit. So, which I don't know why. I don't know. But probably because the church I go to, everyone dresses in suits and shit. So we're like obligated. Sorry, some of these messages are coming in blocked. It's not me. If anything ever gets blocked or reviewed, just know that it's not me. YouTube has things that kind of go out. I can approve it sometimes it won't let me. So Jonas, I got yours approved. Gia, what's up? Orion, what's up? Legend in the house. Spider Claus says, I need the squeeze to wait on me till winter. Yeah, I can feel that. That's how I am with GME. AMC, I feel good, but I wouldn't mind having more. GME, I would like it to, selfishly, I'd like it to push it down a little bit, so push it down the road a little bit so I can get some more shares. Jonas says, buy when it hurts. I can hold that. That's I feel you, man. Ottoman, RIP to your mother. I appreciate it, man. Much appreciated. So, yeah, there's we're in a weird spot. So, I think I got disconnected when I was talking about that. But anyway, I don't know, man. You have it is a weird spot because I do think that most of the people that are on, well, I shouldn't even say most. I don't really watch a lot of other people's YouTubes anymore. I used to watch a lot of people and listen to what they say. Now sometimes I go in, but I don't have like a favorite YouTuber. I listen to everyone and I listen to what they say, and I take, if it's some groundbreaking news or whatever, I'll take off and run with it. But you can really find anything you need to know on Twitter and Reddit. And then after that, you follow through with your own DD. So Larry P says, we already won. All these glitches got me holding and believing. That's the thing too, is there's so many glitches. Any other stock, man, I'm involved with a lot of other stocks. You don't see it like, especially AMC. You definitely don't see it like with AMC. AMC has glitch city, bitch. Glitch city, bitch. Jonas lost his dad to cancer. I feel you, brother. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's a bad thing to watch. We all go through it, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm in a worse place than anyone else. So rest in peace to your dad. Spider Claude said, I think the squeeze will happen like a ping pong. So they're missing the G, so I said ping pong. What's a ping pong? How'd you know about the ping pong? Yeah, I believe you're right, man. It's tough to say. Like I said, man, dates. There's a lot of things we can speculate and kind of gauge off of previous squeezes, but there's never been anything like this, We're gonna go off Piggly Wiggly. We can't, they're sending papers and shit. Volkswagen, we are here chart, there's been a lot of things, I've been in smaller squeezes too, in between like HKD and GNS. The thing is, the difference between any other squeeze and this is it has, and they call us a cult. I've heard a lot of hedge funds call it cults, but I will call it a community of people that help each other, that guide each other through, and no manipulation. No one's telling you nothing like that. You know, the only time you see stuff like that, I think, is from shills or whatever. People just trying to fuck it up. I don't see anything that would be considered market manipulation. But I also see just people having fun, you know, passing time, and educated people, and people that don't look educated to you, you know, businessmen and whatever. Um, you know, some of the smartest people I know didn't go to college or school and whatnot. You know, for me, I'm kind of that type of guy too. I've been successful in business. I've made a lot of good money running my own businesses and never got a high school education. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to, you know, deter from people that do go to college and are smart and do have degrees, but you can't judge people. It's like, you know, you judge them when you talk to them, when you see their moves. But like, even my dad was a successful businessman. He different types of businesses. I mean, he worked construction. And I saw him bust his back every day, make a lot of money doing it. But I thought, man, I don't mind making a little less than he did, as long as I ain't in the sun busting my ass all day. Like, and it is, you know, I did what I wanted to do. A lot of people have, you know, well, I guess I'm just trying to say, you can't judge people off of education and whatnot, you know. What we deem as education, I guess, right? Because if you base it off of that, like, I know dudes that have gone to college for business and whatnot, and they can't find a job, and here I am, dropped out in 9th grade and owning 3 businesses, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but toot toot, the motherfuckers are successful. I'm doing good, you know. It is what it is. Let me jump out of that talk. I'm not trying to sound like I'm pumping myself up, but hey, guy who didn't graduate, make sure you watch the road. Yeah, I am. I got this. I'm on. I'm all talking how smart I am, just driving to the parking lot, driving to the other side of the parking lot to pick up the wife and kids, because I'm done, man. I'm done shopping. I came here for a suit. It didn't have the one I wanted. I know where I'm going to get it. But now, my wife and kids, they knew we were just here for that. Next thing I know, we're at the Pretzel Barn. We're at freaking Zoomies. We're at Kohl's. We're looking at shoes. We're looking at Hobby Lobby. Like, man, get me out of here. Oh, yeah, I got sidetracked. Well, Jonah said community or cult, whatever. It should scare them. I think it does scare them. I think that there's so many people here that back each other up, make each other laugh. There's so many funny memes. It's entertaining, you know what I mean? And it's like, besides the fact that it could change our lives financially, there's just a lot of, you know, it's community. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love it. I love going on these boards and talking to people and educating myself further about not just AMC and GME, learning about the market, but also just getting a feel. I think most of the people in these specific plays, AMC and GME, I think there's a lot of good people. I think there's a lot of hardworking people that have put hard-earned money into it, and they don't plan on leaving. So until it squeezes, I think it's just showing entertainment, showing support for each other, and I like that, man. It's a good thing. So I mean, there's all sorts of ways you can look at it, but Spider Claw said I missed FFIE. The thing that's funny about that is you find FFIE, G-Wave, all those ones that popped up. If you pay attention, when AMC and GME are both at those huge points where it could just be moass time, you'll see a lot of, I want to call them side tracking plays. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's coincidence, but it's happened a couple times. I can't even remember the name. I think HKD was one of them. Last time there's a couple that right around the time when I thought, oh my god, it's going to be unstoppable. Same time this last time when I started thinking, man, it looks pretty unstoppable. We had FFIE and GWAV, all these other ones. One thing I do with those type of plays is I hear it, I see it, and I get in and out. I don't sit there and hold like AMC and GME because it's different types of plays. They're companies that don't have this type of following, that aren't going to just be companies that have like a history that people don't want to go away. People don't want AMC to go away. They love it. People don't want GameStop to go away. They love it. It's a part of their life. You know, it's not just a stock for a lot of people. This is a way of life. It's, you know, it's, I guess, for lack of better words, a cult classic. You know what I mean? Like, movies, people have gone for years since they called it the Picture House, and there was no words. You know what I mean? And Before that, there was plays and shit. I just don't see those going anywhere, you know. And GameStop has got. There's just too many people, man. Way too many people involved. That it's just not going to go away. The dude who sucked toes for dollars. Oh, that's all I saw. I didn't say AMCS had Lou. Ryan Lou said Trey. I didn't know he sucked toes for dollars. I don't know, man. I will say this: when Trey was out, I watched him a little bit in the beginning, but I just didn't, couldn't. Like I said, man, I've watched everyone. There was a dude that was like kind of copied Lou that would sit in his car and looked always depressed or some shit. There was, the cat guy that talked to his cats for financial advice. That's when I knew. I'll say this: Jay Ingram was the name. That dude Jay was the one that kind of made me realize maybe I shouldn't put so much of my DD relying on other guys. Because when he said, "Oh, the cats say this," so the cats. Oh my God, was he Roaring Kitty's father? Anyways, he'd always be like, "My cats are psychic; they can tell," and he wasn't playing. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Derek says, "Do you use baby oil on your muscles?" I don't have muscles. I am the muscle. Anyway, I think, yeah, that's it. Like, I think it's repetitive at this point. Do your own DD. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Don't take financial advice from me or anyone else that is not a financial advisor. Do your own DD. Do your own DD. That's it. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. That's the main thing. I wanted to come in here because I keep having people say, "What's the date? What's the date on the squeeze?" And this YouTuber said it's happening next week, or this YouTuber says it could. And I will say this: I do believe it could happen at any moment, but I have no possible way of knowing a date. There's been a couple times when it started ripping upward where I thought, okay, this momentum could be it, and I think we all kind of feel that. We're a little bit skeptical and I guess hardened. I'm hard. This play made me hard. You know what I mean? It hardened me as far as like not getting my hopes up. I've had my hopes up a few times like, "This happening, boys," and then it just fell. So now it's almost like anytime it rises, I'm just like, nah, it's gonna fall again. Almost so skeptical of everything, so yes, Orion, that's it. We move, I move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Roaring Kitty. He's kind of, if you think about it, he's kind of showing what he was doing. He showed his calls, he exercised them. He's not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but he's giving you little memes, and if you can read into them and you have the money to play around with, then it would work, Do I wear rubber gloves to clean the bathroom? Good point. Yeah, I should, but I don't clean the bathroom. I let other people do that. Let's see what else we got here. Orion, I only take financial advice from you, no one else. Oh, I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. All right. Clarence says, "Well, it's definitely going to happen." And that's the thing is, I guess I can't say 100% sure, especially having a YouTube channel and people being weird like that. I could never, but my faith and belief and conviction and hope is that yes, it will happen someday. But even if there was no squeeze involved, I like the stock, I like the plays, I like the companies, I like the community, I enjoy the memes, I have fun with it. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: you're learning as you go. I guess like a play like this has made it so easy for me to hold other plays. Like I want long-term stocks. Like I've got a ton of safe plays. I've got index funds. I've got like Apple and shit like that. Where it's like when they had their dip, it just doesn't really bother me because it's like, oh yeah, I'm still up 10%. I'm not down 200%. I'm fine. Clarence says, "Oh, not financial advice. Yeah, we won't take it. We got you." Um, one day at a time, one share at a time. That's how I do it, man. I mean, take it day by day, and when it happens, it happens. I'll just keep building up till I can't build up no more. Or till I just die with 10 billion shares because I just keep buying every day. Pass them on to my kids. They'll pass them on to their kids. And then someday they'll be able to afford diamond toilets. With, by then they'll probably have like little miniature dolphins you can, I don't know, have float around in your toilet seat. So, name a car for edit. Subaru. Should have went with Lincoln Town Car. Spider Claus says, can I borrow some money to put puts on Apple? Yeah, I mentioned Apple. Now it's going to go. That's the thing, man. It's kind of funny how it works too. Like a lot of plays when I in the beginning stages of my page, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna try jumping into this play. I didn't see. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of funny how it works. I don't know. Krusty says, squeeze is next year, bro. Just joined. Yeah, like I said, no dates. But what I believe, take the squeeze talk out of it. I believe fundamentally, AMC is in a better place next into this year, beginning of next year. They'll, movies are continuously coming out. Writer's strike blip is pretty much out of the way now. You look at Bad Boys surpassed an amount. You've got, and you're gonna have movies that are gonna be supposed to be big, but they're gonna be busts, and those are gonna be the ones that get the most, like, oh, look at this, the movies are dead, da da da, Adam Aaron's a thief, and da da da, whatever. I don't care about none of that. I do care that fundamentally it gets better. There's going to be movies that are going to be big, and there's going to be movies that aren't big, that are supposed to be big. Look at that one. What was the name of that movie where they said God's children are not for sale? Angel Studios. I don't remember the name of the movie, but look at that. That came out of nowhere and was just a huge hit during a time when no one was going to the movies. So those types of things can happen as well, so anything. I mean, there's a lot. I know Billie Eilish distribution. A lot of people are like, oh, that's not going good, blah blah blah. But then they don't want to talk about the fact that the other two they did were like the biggest in history. So it's like, yeah. So Krusty says, totally agree and see that too. But from a technical standpoint, those shorts expire next year. July, I believe, would love to see GME can change their business model. AMC, I have less hope for because of the CEO. It's understandable. A lot of people don't have faith in the CEO for AMC. I don't like to argue with people or get into it, but I have another point of view of it. I do believe that, and I've said this a few times, I don't necessarily think Adam Aaron is for a squeeze, but I think he is for the company staying in business. And I think at some point when it rips, is going to rip. There's going to be a time where we can get in and get out, and that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. That's not to say that at some point during that they don't say, hey, we're going to dilute, or oh, we need some of that. So that's just what it is, man. It's kind of a race. And it is similar with GME, GameStop. Ryan Cohen, I believe in him too, and but I believe that once it squeezes, like, you got to look at it from their point of view as well. They want some of that. Like, hey, man, don't just dip out on us now. You know what I mean? They think people are just going to leave. And it's true. A lot of people are going to leave, but I think and I think a lot of people understand, or not understand, but feel like, hey, man, if these people change my lives, not these people, because it's really not them, but it's just I don't know what the word, like, out of respect, I guess. I don't know what the right word I'm trying to use is. I would probably buy back in and just leave it there. You know what I mean? Maybe buy a few here and there. Pearson, what's up, man? Says going to Bad Boys tonight. Yeah, I want to see that one too. The funny thing is, I don't have an AMC in my city, so I almost feel guilty going to the theaters I go to. I know the owners of the theater too very well. So ever watching my videos, they're like, God damn, pumping up AMC, why not us? So, and the closest AMC I have to me is a while. It's about an hour and a half away. We go to it once in a while, but the last time I tried to take the kids, man, man, it was a journey. I got little kids, so taking a drive out there. So I told my wife, I said, when I want to go to an AMC movie, I think we go just, if we're out of town somewhere or staying there, and we happen to go, or if it's just me and you, because taking the kids an hour and a half in a car, please no. All right. Roaring Kitty. Art Mason says Roaring Kitty is. Andrew, what's up? Says okay, family. Andrew says okay, family. AMC Entertainment Arena coming in AMC Live, online gaming only, available in theaters. Sponsor GameStop. AMC opens a Broadway theater for Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, that'd be something, man. Yeah, Art. Now that's something right there, man. Because it sounded kind of like it would sound crazy maybe a couple weeks ago, but it don't sound so crazy now. Definitely. Imagine if he does join the board. Oh my lord. He's gonna pop. That I think might be. I will never say a date or say that it could happen, but that could trigger something. That could trigger something. Both CEOs have diluted at the worst times at Ace Old 8. Yeah, so Kevin, I get what you're saying. Both CEOs have diluted the worst time, but it's a matter of perspective. It's the worst time for who? The worst time for us as shareholders, yes. The best time for a company that needs money, yes. So what I'm saying is if it's a MOAS, a mother of all short squeezes, that's what we're talking about here. Even if they decide to dilute something like that, there's usually a warning that comes out before the dilution that lets you know they're going to do it. But there's also going to be time, in my opinion, to get some good profits. Now, from a CEO standpoint, it would almost be stupid for them not to grab some of that money. As much as I hate to say it, but from a CEO standpoint, they're not here for us to have life-changing money. They sadly enough, I don't even think Ryan Cohen, I don't think none of them give a shit. They're like, hey man, make your money however you want to make it. And if you get rich off of their stock, I don't think they're going to care either. But I don't think they're there just to be like, hey everyone, have all the money. Now we're going to go out of business. Bye. Ryan told them. Art says Ryan told him to have 9 million shares to be on the board, and that's what he did. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that. Yeah, so I mean, that's where we're at. No dates, no price targets. You just got to kind of follow your instinct. I think if you've been in this play long enough, I know for a fact the other day when it hit $65, right around 63, I thought, man, if I had enough money to be able to pull out and go back in, I probably would, but I didn't. And I kind of committed to myself, like saying, you know what? But your brain tells you, kind of gives you an idea. It signals like, okay, it'd be time to get out. Obviously with GameStop, I'm buying and holding now. And I will say, I've admitted this openly, like I did something wrong for like the last 2 years. I've just been in and out of GameStop, falling into algos, and I've made profit off it. Now I feel like I can add and hold and wait for a MOAS. Because I just looking at it after this last Roaring Kitty jump when he came in, and I just realized that the community in GameStop is just as big, if not bigger, than AMC. When you got so many people involved, so many people trying to buy and hold and hoping and wishing and pushing and supporting a business. I like the stock. I like the company. I like where it's going. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I like it. Yeah. He says he's numb from all the ups and downs. I feel you. Oh, I feel you, man. That's what I was saying earlier. You're almost skeptical of any time it runs. You're like, yeah. But also, like I said, I kind of get that instinctual feeling like, okay, I could have sold here and bought back in. But that's not how my theory on these plays go. Will I regret it someday? Maybe, maybe not. But for me, it's a lot easier for me to buy small bits and pieces and keep loading and loading and loading and loading. It's just a different type of play for me. Yeah, Kevin, I feel you, man. He says, I'm not saying I'm still not in the play. I have been for years. I refuse to sell and lose big time. If the ship goes down, I'm going down with it, but I don't like the CEO either. Yeah, that's I get it, man. I get it. I think a lot of people are in your position, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I used to be in that position as well, but I think what happened is I got myself riled up because of what other people were saying instead of my own DD, my own research. So when I did my own DD and own research, and looking back, reflecting at my own business, which is I'm a minnow compared to a whale when we talk about that, but you know, I feel like I did my own research and I thought, man, a guy that doesn't want his company to succeed would not be doing the moves he's doing, like their own snacks, their own candies, credit cards, popcorn, working on an alcohol line, distributing movies. There's several things. I'm sure I forgot a couple things, but just so many things that, you know, that's what it is. Orion says, I'm actually happy when it dips and goes up. Yeah, I mean, the volatility also can kind of give you a signal like, man, this thing ain't normal. Like, this is not how normal plays go. So, um, everybody wants to be rich, but nobody wants to buy the dip. Orion says, buy the dips, hold the rips. And jack your tits. Hold the, no, wait, buy the dips, hold the rips, jack your tits, jack your tits. That's my new song, my new theme song. But yeah, everyone wants to be rich. No one wants to buy the dips. I think if you believe in a company, it's a lot easier to buy the dips. If you don't believe in the company and the CEO, it makes it kind of hard to buy them dips. And then it kind of makes you sick when you buy it because you're going against your gut feeling. So it would be hard for me if I didn't believe in the CEO or the company. I understand how it would be hard. But like I said, I did my own research. I did my own DD, and in my own personal opinion, I'm not saying you have to change your opinion or nothing like that. I wouldn't want to argue about it, but I felt like things they're doing may not necessarily be for a squeeze, but definitely keeps the company alive. And once the company stays alive, it gives me more of a chance at a squeeze. Art says I made the mistake of not taking profits on to 72. I won't make that mistake again. Um, so, sorry, I'm trying to review something that won't let me hear it. So yeah, I mean that's what I say, man. You got to know what you want to sell at. You got to kind of have some sort of idea where you want to be. Um, that's going to be hard too because I can't imagine, like I've always said, it can reach hundreds or thousands, but once it hits like 80, $90, and I'm looking at my account, I'm not saying I'm not going to, there's no way I'm not going to sell some. But I think regardless of the fact, no matter what happens, I think I'll leave a good 100 shares regardless, no matter what, unless it is like a few grand or something crazy like that. So Sonny says, when you go to the restroom, do you turn around and look to see? Stupid. Andrew says, I tried to approve it. I don't know if it'll show it now. Andrew says, to tell you the truth, I met Adam Aaron. I've met Charles Payne, Jim Cramer, King Griffin, and more. And Uber, Lyft, NYC. Most of them bowls didn't want to wear the seatbelt. Says, haven't met you. Met a whole bunch of YouTubers before they start tubing. Pearson said, once I found that exercise shares have to be bought in the open market, I started only getting shares through options. That's actually a very very interesting point that Pearson just pointed out that I actually didn't know. I can't even front. So Pearson says that once I found out that exercise shares have to be bought in the open market, I started only getting shares through options, not through standard buying shares. Game changer. Okay, that's nice to know, man. Thank you. It's good education. Good education. You can tell I'm not educated. That's good education right there, boys. C Payne is a man. He says, "What's up, Omaha?" Stephanie, what's up? What's good, Furious? SPCLCID squeeze. I haven't heard of either one of those. But if I keep hearing about them, I'll have to be like in and out. Who knows? Anyways, man, yeah, I just wanted to jump in and kind of touch bases. I keep getting that same question. So my answer to when will AMC or GME and GME squeeze and or, I don't know. That's my final answer. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. If I could tell you, I still couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? But I really don't know. I mean, no one knows. You do your own DD, your own research. The only thing I can say that I think is the reason I don't sell randomly is because I think they do have the potential to squeeze, and I think they could squeeze at any time. So that's just my thoughts. I don't want to get stuck on the outside trying to buy and watching it load like, you know, HKD. I didn't have that many shares, and when it squeezed and I would try to buy, it would just load, and at the end of the day, it said my shares weren't filled. So, sorry, I'm good. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna run up in here, man. I expected my wife and daughter and mother-in-law and all them to be out here by now. So that means they're spending money that we ain't got. We need this money for shares. We don't buy nothing but GameStop and AMC around here. Eh? All right, man. Now that I think my wife needs help. Yeah, she sent me a message. As soon as I said I think my wife needs help, I got a message coming in. Come help me with these damn kids. All right, man. Y'all be good. I had to go help the wife out, man. Priorities. Happy wife, happy life. And yeah, people will be talking about wife changing money, man. I couldn't do it. My wife was there for me, man. I can't do it. Sorry. She helped take care of my mom on her deathbed, man. All right, man. I love y'all, man. Be good. Be blessed. Let's give her some peace.